How's it going, YouTube? My name's Ninja7, your resident Mistweaver monk. And guys, 10.2.6 is here. And along with this new patch, they also dropped a new Mistweaver talent tree. Pretty exciting stuff. Not many changes, just new stuff tacked onto our already existing tree. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the last time they did this was when they added Legacy of Wisdom, which, buffs our Shaylun's Gift. And then before that, they added Shaylun's Gift. So we've seen a lot of different variations, a lot of changes. And there's still a lot of dead weight on our talent tree. Don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of stuff they could literally remove and nothing would change. Maybe for PvP, but let's just jump into what they added. So first off is they gave us Dance of Chi. Now it is down here at the very bottom on the whole like fist weaving Feline Stomp side of the tree, which by the way, now that I'm looking at it, sorry, it just caught my eye. This is the worst build I've ever seen because it's like doing too many things. Tier of Morning, Yulon with Feline Stomp. I don't know, just weird. But it's down here over here by like Ancient Concordance or Awakened Feline, those kind of talents. So it does fall in a spot that makes sense on the talent tree. You know, you talent down here, you're gonna be already wanting these talents if you're going for Dance of Chi. Now, this talent is excellent. I believe it's a thing for Windwalkers. At least it sounds familiar from when I used to play Windwalker, where every now and then, the more spells you're casting, the more chances you have of just a big spinning crane kick proc, and it does a sizable amount of damage. An additional 300%, so basically 4 times the amount of damage that you're doing currently. So this is very good in in Mythic Plus, because you're already spamming spinning crane kick very often. So this is just going to proc, it's going to deal more damage, thus doing more healing, since as a Mistweaver, even though you're a healer, your damage converts then into healing. So this is already a sick talent because it's just going to pad your stats, pad your damage, pad your healing. But what's also very exciting about this is now there's like a question that could be posed to you in the middle of a dungeon of what is the most optimal route or way to heal my party, and that the answer could change now you have another option. So what I mean by that is, say you're pulling a giant pack of mobs and you know that you're going to have to commit like Chi to this pack of mobs just because of like a Noxious Eruption is about to go off. Like say you're in Everbloom, Noxious Eruption is about to go off. You have to commit a cooldown because it's fortified weak. So now that you have Dance of Chi, you can kind of sit on this proc. So you can like do your single target rotation for a while until you see that you have this proc ready, and then right once that Noxious Eruption goes off, you can release or unleash a giant spinning crane kick that does big damage, thus doing big AoE healing to your party. And it can be good. It can probably do a solid amount of healing, at least top people up from a Noxious Eruption. That's just one example. But yeah, like I'm saying, it could just be padding your stats, or you could sit on this proc until that cast goes off and then unleash this giant damage, giant healing. So already really awesome. And I do also want to point out that in our Mythic Plus build, one thing I've noticed is that we always have 1 talent point free to spend on whatever we want. You take Shayluns, come all the way down to Legacy of Wisdom, you go from Feline or Jadefire Stomp all the way down to Awakened Jadefire, Ancient Concordance, whatever one comes first. You kind of take that same route, but you're always left with 1 extra point, which some people, myself included, put into Focus Thunder, but some people put that 1 point into Secret Infusion. Just give yourself an 8% stat bonus once every 30 seconds. Now, we have a point that actually makes sense. Now, instead of putting our point here, we can put our point here and get one that makes sense in Mythic Plus. So just a huge bonus, which is really dope, really cool. So huge thumbs up to Dance of Chi. So now let's continue on. So this is not a new, you see it doesn't have a tag new, but Peaceful Mending, it already exists. No one takes it. I don't even know if PvP people take this. It is just such a stinker talent. So allies targeted by Soothing Mist. So when you're channeling Soothing Mist on someone, before they would take 10% increased healing from your Enveloping Mist and Renewing Mist effects that are on them. So if you apply a Renewing Mist or one jumps onto someone and you start channeling into them, and then you start that channel with an Enveloping Mist, they're going to take more healing from those 2 healing sources And yeah, that 10% bonus was just not good because even in our raid build, where we're casting spells left and right, Vivifies, Enveloping Mist, we're not always channeling a Soothing Mist. So this just, it was hard to get enough value out of this talent to make it worth it. So to see it get buffed, I am excited for. I think this still might not get as much value. I'd have to work with it, test it to see if it's as powerful and worth it to take in a raid environment. But this does buff our spot healing. So if you're ever doing a giant pool and your tank needs more spot healing, and you know, like say you're in a coordinated group and you just know we keep failing this plus 31 or whatever because our tank cannot tank it all. Well, hey, now you can do even more spot healing. It's not a lot. It's just buffing your soothing or your enveloping mist and renewing mist. But hey, it's more spot healing. So pretty cool. It might make it into our raid build. Like I said, I'd have to test it, but all in all, it was a dead talent before. It might remain a dead talent, but at least now it's buffed. So, hey, I can't complain there. Okay, now our next new talent, Peer into Peace. Pretty cool name. It fits the theme, everything. It is right here. This looks new to me, so I'm guessing this is it. So, it's worded weird, so stick with me. 5% of your overhealing done onto targets with Soothing Mist is spread onto 3 nearby injured allies. Now, I believe it's 3 allies that are nearby to your target. So say you are me, so say you're Chris, and Tom, your demon hunter, Tom, is over there. He's taking a lot of damage, so you're in a raid environment, you're doing your Yulon ramp, you choose Tom to funnel all of your healing into, to cleave all your Vivifies and make your ramp, capitalize your ramp. For the most part, it kind of sucked because you're going to be funneling into Tom. You're going to top him up eventually, but you want to finish your Soothing Mist channel and just keep spamming Vivifies into him. And unless they have a Chi Harmony on them, you're really getting no value on from the single target spot healing that you're doing onto Tom. But now, the way that this is worded is it's not just 5% of your overhealing of the Soothing Mist, it's of all overhealing that you're doing. So now, say you top Tom up with 2 Vivifies, you still have about 4 Vivifies to cast in that Soothing Mist. Those 4 Vivifies are going to cleave onto 3 people who need the healing. So once again, this is just going to convert some of your overhealing, which is insane, which was a huge, huge issue with our raid build, because most of our healing is technically Vivify, that single target Vivify, or not most of our healing, a lot of our healing is that single target Vivify that we choose. But since we have to stick and hammer into that one person, a lot of that was getting lost, mana wasted into overhealing just for the purpose of doing AoE healing. So this is great. It's just going to convert a small amount of that overhealing onto one target, into 3 targets. But then it has this weird wording, and once again, this is all new to me. I have not tested it. I don't believe there was a PTR for this because they were trying to keep Plunderstorms under wrapped. So I just don't know how this works, but let me read it and try to interpret it in a few different ways. So, Soothing Mist now follows the target of your Enveloping Mist or Vivify, and its channel time is increased by 4 seconds. So, already, the simple part to understand is that your Soothing Mist channel, if you take this talent, you can channel Soothing Mist into one person for 4 seconds longer. Really awesome, because I'm sure you guys are used to this. You do your whole Yulon ramp, and then you do a full entire channel of Soothing Mist into one person, capitalizing on that that AoE cleave, and then you have to pick a second person to channel into to capitalize a couple more casts into, just while your hot count is high. Now you can just have a 4 second longer Soothing Mist, so at the end of your ramp, you just pick one person, hammer into that person, and get more value. This also is really good with Clouded Focus, which I can't even hover in this. I probably should have it pulled up, but Clouded Focus, as you know, the more casts that you do into a Soothing Mist, the more they'll get buffed up to a certain point. But now you're going to be able to sit on those buffed spells, that buffed Vivify, longer. And what's also really cool about this, another cool little synergy that's kind of hidden in the subtext, is if you channel into Tom, you start your Soothing Mist, the first spell that you cast in that Soothing Mist is an Enveloping Mist. That Enveloping Mist lasts 6 seconds. You cast a couple Vivifies, and then right once that Enveloping Mist falls off, you can then cast another Enveloping Mist into Tom to keep that hot refresh, and then cast a few more Vivifies because your Soothing Mist now lasts 4 more seconds. So all in all, this part alone kind of fixes like just a quality of life problem that we probably didn't even notice we had. You know, it's nothing that anyone's been talking about, but it's just cool. I think it's cool. It's going to make it feel a lot better and make our ramps feel different. You know, we're going to just get to spam into one person and not feel bad for doing so, because at least some of that overhealing is going to be converted. Now, I do like that they kept this number very low, because now we still won't fully be incentivized to just hammer into Tom, because only 5% of that overhealing is going to be converted into other people. The rest still will be overhealing. So this basically was a nerf to our overhealing, if you think of it like that, which I think is cool, but it's just a 5% nerf to the overhealing, which basically is kind of like a 5% buff from our overhealing. So not a 5% overall buff, but say that you were doing 40% overhealing with your single target Vivifies. If you did all of those into a Soothing Mist, now you're going to do, what would that be? Oh my god, 1/20th of 40% is 2% more HPS that is not going to be lost to overhealing. So all in all, pretty cool. Pretty cool. I don't know. This whole thing of your Soothing Mist is spread onto 3 injured allies, but your Soothing Mist now follows the target of your Enveloping Mist or Vivify. This is the weird wording, the one that I'm gonna have to test, because so post-editing Chris here, I actually have been able to get into the game now and test this talent, and it is absolutely insane. It's exactly what I was thinking they wouldn't do, because I thought it would be really good. Now, look, this is how it works. I'm going to do it before the pool. Watch, I'm going to Soothing Mist Pally Dis, and then I'm just going to be casting Enveloping Mist left and right. But notice how the person that I cast on, let's go back, is gonna also have the Soothing Mist buff. So that Soothing Mist falls off this person and goes to your last target. So your Soothing Mist will have a total channel time, and you can cast on different people, and it will kind of reset your clouded focus in a way, but it will not reset your Soothing Mist. So you don't have to rechannel onto person 2 and cast your Enveloping Mist. You can channel onto person 1 with Soothing Mist, cast Enveloping Mist on them, cast on person 2 Enveloping Mist, and that Soothing Mist will follow you. Really cool, and watch how it works with my ramps. So as you see here, we're about to pull this boss. I just want to show you this first pull, because this has some pretty serious implications. I'm about to pop Yu'lon right here, do my 2 Renewing Mist, and then we're going to start a ramp with a Soothing Mist, channel, cast Enveloping Mist. Look at that. Look at how fast I'm able to spit out these Enveloping Mists, because since we aren't canceling our Soothing Mist in order to Enveloping Mist different people, these Enveloping Mists are instant. They're as if we're casting them into a Soothing Mist, because now we are. So the way this is worded is our Soothing Mist will now follow our Vivify and Enveloping Mist targets. Really dope. I just want to show you guys just once again how fast we spit out these Enveloping Mists. If we start our Yu'lon ramp, see, start our Yu'lon ramp with a Soothing Mist channel, Enveloping Mist, because normally I would have to cast all of these, but now they are instant, like they just pop. And look at our HPS, it climbs up to 800k, which isn't even the best pull that I had tonight. It was absolutely insane. So yeah, this talent is dope. I don't know the numbers really. I'd have to dive into my logs about how much the overhealing wording does. But this part is really cool and really good for our ramps. We can spit out more hots, which is in a lot of cases better. So pretty cool. But all in all, this looks sick no matter how this actually works, even if we just have to hammer into Tom, and that's kind of what it means here. I'm excited. I really am, especially for Dance of Chi-Ji. This is one of my favorite talents in the Windwalker tree to play around with. It's just really cool. You can do big damage, especially on big AoE pools, and I think this could be exciting, and it could be a new way to optimize Mistweaver in Mythic Plus, where now you can just try to, instead of just spamming spinning crane kick, which a lot of people do not enjoy, now I'm gonna have to test this, but do your cleaving blackout kicks count as 3 separate chances, 3 separate spells and abilities to give yourself spinning your Dance of Chi proc? Or is it just worth it to press 1 spinning crane kick over and over and over again? Or also on the same question, does Chi Burst. How Chi Burst works with Fey Line or Jade Fire Line or Stomp is when you're on your Jade Fire Stomp, if you shoot a Chi Burst through enemies and allies, yes, they have a 6% chance to reset that Fey Line or that Jade Fire Line, but Chi Burst is coded weird to where it procs 6% per each person that it passes through. Like it gets a new coin flip with a 6% weight. So would that also work with Dance of Chi? You know, could you shoot Dance of Chi through a giant AoE pack to almost guarantee a Dance of Chi proc? Like, I don't know. Or could you shoot Chi Burst? I don't know. I think this could be really cool. I'm sorry, I keep saying Dance of Chi, but it's Dance of Chi G. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'm excited. It's just new stuff, and it's gonna shake up the play style of Mistweaver just a tad. I don't think it's gonna break us. I hope not. You know, I don't want to be broken again. But yeah, it looks really cool. Let me know what you guys think. Does this excite you to log back in for the next few weeks until the next patch comes out, or the next tier comes out at least? It does me. It makes me want to play my Mistweaver even more now. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And while you're down there, make sure to hit the like button because let a dev know that you like these changes. You like that they are at least still showing us some love, even when we are as strong and as good as we are. And yes, they did nerf us, but at least, you know, they care about us enough to give us some new toys. Maybe those were pre-nerfs, and this probably explains the timing of their nerfs, you know. But guys, my name's ElvinNinja7, your resident Mistweaver monk. I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, and by the way, special shout out to the patrons of this channel. You guys know they are the reason why I'm still here making videos and living out my dream of being a YouTuber. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care.